Months after pulling off one of the biggest trades in the history of the NFL, Jerry Jones is at it again. Let's talk about it. I'm Rob Stats Guerrero from the Pro Football Insiders. Jerry gave Micah Parsons to the Packers earlier this year. This time, he's the one acquiring the talent, sending multiple draft picks and a player to the New York Jets for three-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. Jerry Jones was not going to let the Colts get the headlines on trade deadline day. That is for sure. And the fire sale in New York continues. We can talk about that in a little bit. But I have a very simple system for evaluating big time acquisitions. And this goes for sports and this goes for life. Anytime you're about to make a big purchase, ask yourself three questions. Do you love it? Do you need it? And is it a good deal? If you can answer yes to two of those questions, you will never regret the acquisition. And this is, again, sports, life, whatever it is. And think about it, right? If you love it and you need it, it doesn't really matter if it's a good deal. If it's a good deal and you need it, you don't have to love it. And if it's a good deal and you love it, it doesn't really matter if you need it. So let's just put this Quinnen Williams trade to the test, right? Number one, do you love the player? No question about it. Absolutely. He's 27 years old, multiple Pro Bowls in his career, as I said. He can affect the pass. He can affect the run. No brainer. Love the player. Do you need the player? God, yes. The Cowboys defense has been rancid this year. They have allowed the second most yards and the second most points this season. You desperately need Quinnen Williams and probably even more, quite honestly, to fix that defense. So right there, the Cowboys should have no problem making this move. But just to complete the questions, is it a good deal? Absolutely, it's a good deal. The Cowboys had extra picks because of the Micah Parsons trade, and they are now using them to acquire proven players. That is a sound strategy for the Dallas Cowboys, which is rare for them, I know, but this makes a ton of sense. They're giving up a second-round pick in 2026 and a first-round pick in 2027, plus more. It is a good deal for the Cowboys. They should be thrilled. If you are a Cowboys fan, you should be happy. And look, it's totally fair to ask whether they should have just paid Micah Parsons and they would have been better off. I don't know the answer to that, but they don't have a time machine, right? You can't go back in time and undo the Parsons trade. All you can do is move on from there, and that is what they have done. They acquire a big player to anchor the middle of that defense in Quinnen Williams. Good job, Dallas Cowboys. They could use a little help after getting dissected by Jacoby Brissett yesterday, but this obviously will make that defense a lot better. For the New York Jets, the pick acquiring continues, right? You are just simply stockpiling up for the draft this year and next year. In 2026, the Jets have 2 firsts and 2 second-round picks. Hooray. In 2027, the Jets have 3 first-round picks. 3. So if they want to move up this year to get a quarterback or some other player, they are easily going to be able to do it. Now, look, you have to make the right selections with those picks. I'm old enough to remember when the Jets had 4 first-round picks in 2000 and didn't turn into a dynasty, right? It's all about making the right picks, but they have set themselves up to either restock the cupboard with high-end talent or to move those picks to move up in the draft for maybe 1 or 2 players, or to maybe use some of those picks at the trade deadline next year to acquire talent. Who knows? They have paid and gotten some flexibility in New York. So hope there as they sell off their team. Hope for the Dallas Cowboys that the defense will be better, and an incredible trade deadline day in the NFL.